Well, so in order to reuse the boost stage, which is about 70% of the cost of the rocket, so
which cost is that? How much is that?
Well, I mean, it's sort of on the order of $30 to $35 million.
Right. So you want to save that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I tell my team, it's like imagine there was a pallet of cash that was plummeting through the atmosphere, and it was going to burn up and smash into tiny pieces. Would you try to save it?
Right.
Probably yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Right. Okay.
So we want to get it back, and that way we don't have to make another one.
Right.
And I think it's quite tragic if rockets get smashed into tiny pieces and land at the bottom of the ocean.
So can I ask you a question? We've been going to space for what, 50 years or something like that?
Yeah.
Nobody, until you started doing this and Jeff Bezos' company has done it, the government never sort of saved the rockets.
Yeah.
They never saved the pallet of cash. Why not? And the Russians didn't either. I mean, what was the deal there?
Yeah, I mean, there was some attempt made to do that with the space shuttle, but there was no return. It's the first time that a rocket boost has returned to launch site from an orbital mission, and certainly the first time that there's been a landing on a ship out to sea.
But the regular rockets that went up that weren't designed like planes never tried to do this.
Right. The plane thing is not a good idea in my view. The plane, and the reason I think is, like, intuitively it seems like a plane should work, but actually if you consider that really every mode of transport has a design that is appropriate to its medium. And if you're in space, wings are not very useful because there's no air. And then if you want to go somewhere other than Earth, there's also no runways. So these are important considerations. So that's why when they went to the moon, they used propulsive landing.
Right, but what I'm saying was when they built the space shuttle, it sort of was looked like a kind of bulbous
I think that appealed to Congress, yeah. Yeah.
They went, cool, that's cool.
Yeah, it looked like an airplane.
Can you explain Jeff Bezos?
Good one.
Jeff Bezos was here last night, and I asked him, what's the difference between what you're doing and what Elon Musk is doing? And he said, well, I think we have, I think he used the word like-minded in the general sense of it, and then he went on to explain some differences. And then he talked about, and correct me if I'm misquoting him, but I think he was saying, this is all about laying the foundations of being able to do greater things by getting the basic infrastructure of being able to reuse these rockets down right. Is that correct? Do you have a similar starting point from him and your thinking process?
I think there's certainly some similarities of opinion. I think both Jeff and I believe that it's important for the future to be a spacefaring civilization and out there, ultimately be out there among the stars. And I think that's the exciting, inspiring future that I think certainly people in this room want, and anyone.
Well, particularly after seeing that the asteroids are going to destroy this planet. I mean,
I don't view it as I think when I say multi-planet species, like that's really what we want to be. It's not like still being a single planet species but moving planets. It's really being a multi-planet species and having civilization and life as we know it extend beyond Earth to the rest of the solar system and ultimately to other star systems. I think that's the thing. That's the future that's exciting and inspiring, and I think that's what you need things like that to be glad to wake up in the morning. Like life can't be just about solving problems. Like there have to be things that are inspiring and exciting that make you glad to be alive.